Good evening. And today is April 23rd, 2025. Welcome to the scene. I do appreciate everybody that's been hanging with me so far. We are on our third day of the podcast, and I got to tell you, I've had the nerves like nobody's business. Just doing this, just trying to create something new, just trying to be me, trying to see if me is what fits everyone else. And I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank God for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank y'all for those that are viewing, those that are, believing in the vision. Um, Everything's not perfect right now, but it's gonna get there. I believe. I truly do believe that. Uh, but let's see what we got going on today. There's one thing I wanted to go ahead and get out the way today, like in regards to the whole uh, Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, all that whatnot, because I I personally don't believe in getting a relationship with somebody that's so many years younger than you. Like my wife is a year younger than me. Um, but seeing someone 30 plus, can't do it. Can't do it. There's nothing for us to talk about. There's nothing for us to discuss. Even now, sometimes I feel like me and my wife ain't really got too much to discuss because, like, I'm a nerd and she's not. Y'all see behind me. Like, and granted, we still share so much alike um, that we are, we can be in sync about some stuff, you know what I'm saying? About pop culture, about the things we watch. We both like Game of Thrones. She's watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit trying to catch up to me. But like with somebody that's 30 years my junior, I couldn't do it. And that's a lesson to all of us young men that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? We might get our bags later on in life, but we can't we need somebody that's on the same wavelength as us. We got to stop going for anything just because we got money. Like, that's just my word of advice to young men like us. Like I said yesterday, y'all probably didn't hear it, but I said it yesterday that I don't have any right to give any advice to Uncle Shay Shay. I don't. Um, that man is way more successful than me. He's done way more than me in life. He could still be teaching me some things, but I'm learning from what I'm seeing from him, from his situation. We got to stop messing. Everything that's everything that's good ain't always good. Like everything that's gold ain't always gold. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we keeping our eyes up and just being aware. Um, because there's still some accountability to be had on his part, even even though I personally don't believe that these accusations are true. But that's all I wanted to give on that. Man, listen, today I saw a crazy story regarding an intent by the Trump administration, um, or people in the Trump administration wanting to basically give $5,000 for birthing mothers or birthing parents, rather. What the fuck is that gonna do? Like, what really? What is that supposed to do? What is $5,000 supposed to do? My homeboy, God rest his soul, before he went in, before he passed away during in 2020, he told me that he was in debt from having his first child. I'm pretty sure the same went for the second child. But I remember we had the conversation like 2018, 2017 time frame, and he told me he told me how much he was in debt for his first child, which was like $20,000 or something. And I'm sitting here like, um, what? For childbirth? For bringing a person into this world, you're in $20,000 worth of debt? And now I come across this story today where they're talking about being where they're talking about having 5,000, giving you $5,000 for birthing a child. What the fuck is that $5,000 supposed to do? Seriously, what is it gonna do? It's not gonna touch anything. Okay, now they're $15,000 in debt, and that's assuming inflation. Like I said, he told me this before 2020, and it's 2025 right now. Like, and it's not. From what I'm hearing, it's not even gonna be like a complete like it's not even in the works. It was just something that was run by, and Trump said he'd be okay with it. Like, but to hear that frustrated me. Just knowing like how much medical bills are here today, and people that are being put out of work. Like, you're putting people out of work. You're taking away their health care. What the fuck is $5,000 supposed to do? Seriously, like this country really needs its like hair pulled and be told what the fuck it is. Because the people that are above us, the people that some of us voted for, are really the fuck out of touch. Um, and again, we got the autism registry. You know what I'm saying? Um, again, out of touch. Like, people already have a hard enough time admitting that their children have um, not a problem, not a disease, but a deficiency might be the right word. You know, people have ADHD, people have autism, people have ADD, dyslexia, Down syndrome. You know, like, people already have enough hard enough time telling people about telling medical professionals about their children, about the issues that they're suffering from, because they don't want that label on their kid, and they're afraid of how it might hinder them in the future. Well, I mean, a registry where you have to put your kid on, like, on paper. We've already seen how that works in movies. You know what I'm saying? We had Marvel Civil War to go after. I'm just saying. And then we also had the comic books that told us the same. But still, people don't like being put on paper about this stuff. Stigmas exist. Don't nobody want to be put on no piece of paper. Don't nobody want their kid to be put on a piece of paper. Like, for me, this autism registry is just another way to discriminate against somebody. You don't need to be put on a piece of paper unless you've done something absolutely wrong, such as being a sex offender. Those people deserve to be on paper. A person that's born the way they are, they don't deserve to be put on no piece of paper. That's just wrong in my eyes. But if y'all feel something different, go ahead and let me know. Go ahead and let me know. Leave a comment, and just tell me how y'all feeling. I'll be right back. And welcome back to the stream. Welcome back. I appreciate y'all being patient. I appreciate y'all being vigilant. You know what I'm saying? Wife pops in every once in a while. You never know what you're gonna get. Life's just like a box of chocolate like that, I suppose. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take it there. What's in this cup? Don't ask. I ain't saying no names. Mm. Let's see. What else we got going? I want to know how y'all feel about these deportations. Seriously. Um, Without the due process of it all. You know what I mean? I know we got people still in this country that don't belong here and haven't done their part to get, their visas. Yeah, they should be deported rightfully. If you in this country just here to do wrong, you should be deported rightfully. I get that. But where's the boundary? You know what I mean? Can we just snatch people up just because of their background and just because they're not perfect? Or should they get a chance? The Constitution says they should get a chance. Why are they not getting a chance? You know, I personally think they should get a chance. I think due process should take hold. Now, granted, that's more taxpayer funding with due process, but that's part of the Constitution. We don't get to pick and choose. When have we ever gotten to pick and choose? We shouldn't be able to get to pick and choose because that creates a slippery slope. We should definitely be adhering to the Constitution word by word. That's why I'm pro gun rights. We have the right to bear arms per the Constitution. Per the Constitution, people that look like me are free. You know what I mean? Like, we don't get to pick and choose when it comes to the Constitution. You want your gun rights? We got to stick to the Constitution. You want to be free? We got to stick to the Constitution. We don't get to pick and choose. So let me know how you feel. And tell me, I'm willing to have a civil discussion. We don't have to fight and argue. That's the beautiful thing about this country. We get to be who we are. We get to think how we want to think. We get to say what we want to say because it's a free country. Now, granted, those consequences, that speech, it does have a little consequence. It has a public consequence. The government cannot punish you for free speech unless you're threatening to harm someone. But I truly believe that everyone has the right to at least speak their mind in an open, a respectful way. And if you just vote a particular type of way, that's on you. That's on you. And I want to hear what y'all want to think. I want to hear what y'all think. What do y'all think? Tell me your thoughts on TikTok, on Instagram. Tell me your thoughts, please. One thing I don't believe in is violence against other people. You know what I'm saying? Like the arson at Pennsylvania governance residence. I don't like that. Even if you don't like how they think, how they feel, like you're setting fire to someone's home with a family inside. That's just messed up. That's messed up. That's not right. Like, why are you committing acts of violence? Just like with the story I read with the dude that set what was it? He threw a Molotov cocktail or something at the Tesla dealership or something like that. I don't believe in that. Acts of violence never solve anything. They never get your point across. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be. I truly believe only peaceful acts, no matter how the opposition looks, right? Because reading up on the Civil Rights Act, the walks for civil rights, we got to be honest with ourselves. People of color, black people, I ain't even gonna say people of color, black people, we were getting sprayed with fire hoses. Yeah, which are acts of violence in and of themselves. We were getting sprayed with fire hoses, and at least the folks on Martin Luther King's side, we were standing down. We were just taking it. They were just taking it. I won't say we, I wasn't there. They were just taking it. You know, we had to deal with all these acts of violence while we were trying to speak our voices peacefully. At least on the Martin Luther King side. Now, Malcolm X, he had other ways to deal with it. Malcolm X and Black Panther Party, they had their other ways of dealing with it. But that's what happens when you make people desperate. And I'm not condoning any acts of violence. I don't condone any acts of violence against anyone. I don't condone wishing death to anyone. You know what I mean? But this tick for tack, like Martin Luther King eventually got us what we wanted. His way got us what we wanted. He is celebrated today by the way he marched. his stance for what he did. He has a holiday in January that federal employees, most employees get the day off for, and I honestly believe that that is the way we should emulate when we're trying to be vocal about issues that we don't agree with. If y'all don't agree with them, annoy them to death, annoy them. What do I mean by that? You can't ignore me when I'm in your face. Picket signs and giant banners right around the White House, right around the state capitol, right around the governor's mansion, wherever. You can't be ignored that way. Eventually, they're gonna have to give you what you want because there's only so long that someone likes to see you in their face before they're just like, bro, what do you want? That's what I truly believe, and I've watched it happen. You know, my grandparents, both of them, God rest their souls. I come from a family of industrialists, plant workers from the Midwest in Michigan. Um, Both of them were on picket lines fighting for the right to get paid more. You know what I mean? Like, both of them were out of work for months on them picket lines, trying to get rights, to get higher wages, to health care, etc., etc., etc. They never told me the full story, but they were on those picket lines. They didn't burn the buildings down. They didn't set the buildings on fire. They went and fought for what they believed in via peaceful protests. Via peaceful protests. That's what they did. And that's what I follow by here today when I don't like something. Now, granted, I've never been a part of a protest. You know, my life ain't perfect, but I've chosen my employers and my situation very carefully. Um, and I just can't see myself out there holding a sign for hours unless there's truly something wrong in this world that I feel that strongly and believe in. So far, I haven't found anything that strong. But if you so happen to feel something that's strong, don't be violent about it. Go out there and tell them how you feel. Put up a be in their face. If you can't do nothing else, be in somebody's face. They will get tired of you eventually to at least hear you out. That's what I believe. $5,000 baby bonuses. I'm sorry, my brain just still keeps going back to that. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. I can't uh I can't believe that. But hey, let me know y'all's comments. Let me know what y'all thinking, you know. And right here after this brief break, we'll get started on some more topics. Hey, Gamestop, father, fuck you, man. Sorry. I meant welcome back. Um, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. No, I do know where I was going with that. Fuck GameStop. Y'all make me sick. Y'all are the money grubbiness. Y'all are the worst thing to happen to the game industry ever. And I hope your stocks crash and burn again. Y'all make me sick. Today, y'all want to offer $4.29 in store credit for Xbox Series X's and still keep the cash price the same. Wait a minute. Of two something. I can't remember the exact price. Yeah, a two something. But you want to offer store credit for Xbox Series X. Did y'all run low nationwide? Man, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, and I hope y'all go bankrupt. I can't stand y'all. I pray for the day that y'all just no longer exist and are just a thing of the fucking past. You ain't been good since you stopped the midnight releases. Hope y'all go broke. That is my rant about y'all, and I'm off it. Now, what's up with this hat on my head? I have no idea. I bought it at a con a couple years ago. Don't ask me where I got it. Did I say fuck GameStop already? I did. Anyways, oh Lord. Sorry, I click on certain Twitter profiles and I get lost. I get lost in thought. Something to quell my anger. I'm in my 30s. A heart attack might be imminent. Who knows? Hold up. My head too big for that hat. This just in, 16-time champ, 2-time Hall of Famer. Steve Mongo McMichael has passed away. Rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear that. Apparently he did some stuff on WWE that I'm not tracking. But apparently he played for the Chicago Bears. And I'm sorry to hear that. Sending prayers to his family. Or healing energy, if that's not your thing. Send healing energy to his family. Rest in peace, my guy. I'm sorry to hear that. Ooh, apparently he was a United States champion. That's crazy. This guy must have been in the early ages before I started watching this WWF. No, he was a WCW guy. Okay. Yeah, rest in peace, my guy. It's always sad to hear that. Always sad. Something crazy? I was watching John J. and Rich the other day. Or I was listening to John J. Rich the other day, as I typically do. I miss that show so much. I miss driving up and down the roads of Arizona in my little Terminex truck while listening to John J. and Rich. It got me through the days. But anyways, I was listening to an episode and it was another War of the Roses episode. It was crazy because old buddy was like, the wife called in suspecting that her husband was cheating and blah blah blah. They did the whole War of the Roses segment. I think I explained to y'all how that works, right? They call, they ask who he wants to send flowers to, and usually the cheaters bite and they send flowers to the wrong woman, usually. So it happens 9 times out of 10. But in this episode, he sent him. In this episode, it was the same thing. He bit. And he sent him to his side piece. But then we find out later in the episode that old buddy, uh, that the wife wasn't even mad that he was sending the flowers to another woman. She was mad because this other woman was the woman he was going to take to his company's Christmas ball. Yeah. So apparently, old buddy had to pass because he traveled a lot. He worked away from home a lot. And his wife was just like, hey, whatever you do out there when you're on the road, as long as you don't bring nothing back, including the woman, no flying them out, no none of that. We're good. That's something she didn't reveal earlier in the episode. Okay. And old buddy was going to take his side piece. He was going to fly his side piece out to take her to the Christmas party at his company. And I got a little mad. Because, buddy, you breaking a whole lot of rules. That's just common sense 101. You have been given the pass, the golden pass that a lot of men, not me, but a lot of men wish they had. She was cool with you having side pieces out there on the road or, in different places. Like she understood that you was gonna be that type of man over in that direction. Just don't bring that shit back here. And you decided that you was gonna embarrass her and bring your side piece to the Christmas party and not your wife. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you for breaking the rules of polyamory, for breaking the rules set in your polyamorous relationship, if I even pronounced that right. But shame on you. All you had to do was follow the guidelines. And you was just like, nope. Like, those are simple guidelines. Just don't bring it back home. She told you, just don't bring it back home. That's all you had to do. Was not bring it back home, buddy. And you brought it back home anyway. You was about to bring it back home. So here's the funny part. The funny part was she told him, she was like, nah, you go cancel. You go tell that bimbo she not coming out here. I'm pretty sure she used different words, but you go tell that woman she not coming out here, and I'm going with you to the Christmas party. And I was like, all I could do was laugh because I was like, that's it. That's all he get. Like, he broke the rules and he still get to go. He still get you and to get to go to the Christmas party. I'm just like, man, you getting off scot free, my boy. Like, listen, how do y'all feel about polyamorous relationships? First off, let me know. If you in a polyamorous relationship, let me know the rules of your relationship specifically. I'm curious. I'm interested in hearing it. Just drop it down in the comment section and let me know how you feel. Because I've always been curious how that dynamic, like, I'm a jealous man. We not doing that. Man or woman, I'm not interested. Go away. Leave. It's my relationship. That's my woman. I'm possessive. I can't do it. That's my toxic trait. I'm possessive. You touch what's mine, you gonna get it. I'm like a dragon that's guarding gold. You gonna catch hell. We not doing that. But hey, if it's for you, it's for you. And if certain people feel like, oh, I'm not secure enough in myself or whatever, hey, miss me with that. I'm happy with one. And my partner gotta be happy with one. Otherwise they can get on gone. Know what I'm saying? I'm a traditional man like that. That's just me. But hey, if that's not you, and I don't judge, do you. If you want to be on your Neo type of stance, do you. Please, by all means. But tell me about it. Tell me the rules. Tell me how y'all got to those rules. Tell me how y'all established yourselves to where both y'all can be comfortable with the arrangement. Whether it's multiple women or multiple women or multiple men in your situation. Like, tell me how y'all got comfortable. I'm very curious. I really am. Because that's just, it does take a different person. It does. I will admit that it takes a very brave and different type of person to do it. And if it works for y'all, it's just y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I hope, all that continues to succeed from y'all. I hope out nothing from the best from y'all. Meanwhile, NFL Draft 2025. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We getting closer to the football season. Boy. I miss it. I miss it. I like basketball. I used to love basketball, but the league is just not the same as it was when I was coming up. And I didn't start watching basketball seriously till like 1999, 2000. I really didn't watch it seriously till like 2004. That's just me being honest. But I'm aware of everything that happened up until I started watching it. And like, even watching highlights and clips, I'm not even talking about the physicality portion. I'm just talking about the whining. It's just obsessive. But anyways, I like the basketball season come playoff time, and I'm a Lakers fan. I was a Kobe Lakers fan. I was pre LeBron. I ain't too keen on LeBron being at the Lakers. I never have been, but hey, it is what it is. He's on the team. They got us the championship in the bubble. Him and AD. Shout out to AD. I'm sorry that the administration did you like that. That's cold. It's cold blooded, but that's the name of the game. That's the industry. Um, but when it comes to football, I'm all in. Michigan Wolverines, 2024 champs. You already know what it is. Look over the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Um, Drop your favorite team in the comments. Let me know who you're rooting for this upcoming football season, whether it's college or pro. But the NFL draft is coming up, and it's about that time. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I want to know who my Patriots are going to draft. I want to know who my Patriots are going to draft. And every day that I don't find out, it's driving me nuts. I know Cam Ward's getting taken first by the Tennessee Titans. I don't know who Cleveland or New York is going to go for. And I will forever be mad at Gerard Mayo for... I can't even be mad at him because he probably knew he was getting fired before the game even happened. So he was like, I'm going to spite y'all. Now, granted, no one expected Joe Milton to be that good. We weren't supposed to win that game. We should have lost that game against the Bills at the end of the season. We really should have. And I'm mad that we didn't because now we're out of the top pick. And now we have the fourth pick. And I'm sitting here wondering, are we going to get Travis Hunter? That's who I want. Patriot Nation, let me know. Let me know. Who do y'all want us to get? Do y'all want us to get Travis Hunter? Do y'all want us to get Abdul Carter? Who do y'all want us to get? I want us to get Travis Hunter. We need a second receiver. And the dual threat part of it, because he wants to play both ends of the ball, isn't bad. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like we're going to get him, and it makes me kind of sad. I don't feel we need another tackle or defensive end. I mean, we could use an O-line piece. That's true. So if we get Abdul Carter, I guess I'll be satisfied. But I really do hope that we get another wide receiver piece out of this draft. One that's good to go with Amari Cooper. I really do. Whose mock draft is up right now? God. Or Will Campbell. I just where y'all think Shadir Sanders gonna end up? I hope he ends up in Pittsburgh. I really hope that he doesn't end up with some trash organization like the Browns. Hey, Browns, fuck y'all. Y'all trash. Y'all garbage. Y'all dookie butter. Y'all stank. Your colors stank. Y'all trash. New York Giants. You already got two quarterbacks and y'all are a dumpster franchise. You have been for a while. Sorry. Even though you got into the playoffs a couple of years ago, you're still pretty bad. That was a fluke. And it proved to be a fluke. And then you went and paid the wrong man. And that man Saquon went and ran laps around the league last year and ended up getting the Eagles to win the championship. That's y'all's fault, for the record. Basketball, though. Let's see what we talk about basketball-wise. Basketball-wise, last night, man, the Lakers ended up winning. Shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Man. LeBron, he did a little decent 21 points. So, I mean, but LeBron did his thing. Shout out to LeBron. Like I said, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but that man is 40 years old. I'm 33 and I could not do what he's doing. I can't hit on that man for his talent. I'm not gonna sit here and say that man isn't talented. Man is athletic. Man is a killer. Did 21 points, 8 and 19 from the field goal, 1 and 5 from the three. Yeah, granted, he's never been great at the three. You know what I'm saying? But he had a +9 overall for the night. But that man is doing this at 40 years old. Okay, Michael Jordan couldn't do this at 40 years old. He could. He did not. End of Michael Jordan's career, he wasn't like this, and that's just the fact that we're going to have to deal with. But that boy Luka Doncic though, 31 points, 9 and 20 from the field goal, 2 and 8 for 3-point. But hey, man, that man was shooting lights out in front of the three. 11-11 from free throw, +12. Man, well, I am blessed to see this type of team because during God rest Kobe's soul, I'm not speaking of no Kobe, but they did not have a team around that man after 2013. It was all downhill for Kobe and all downhill for the Lakers from there, and we did not look like we was about to sniff a championship for quite a while, and it was sad. So I'm glad to at least see us do something, especially after the last couple of years. These last couple of years we ain't been doing nothing either. So Lakers in 5. Just in case y'all wasn't tracking where I'm at. Lakers in 5. I think we got it. I think so. But man, let me know what y'all think about this Golden State Houston Rockets. Them young cats is nice, but at the same time, I can never doubt against Steph Curry. I can't do it. It's impossible. Steph Curry is him, and he been him for a long time. Draymond Green, a man is a defensive master. He's still one of the great defensive players that we got here in this league, and it cannot be denied. Now, do he be doing too much sometimes? Yeah, but that boy Draymond cold. That boy Draymond cold, and there's a reason why he's still on the team while Klay Thompson is gone. And he also got a mean right hook. Shout out Jordan Poole. Can't believe you let Draymond Green punk you like that. I still can't believe that. I might go back and rewatch that video from RDC World tonight. Hey, shout out to RDC World. Shout out. Who else we got? Miami. Man, I can't even believe they in the playoffs, to be honest. Shout out Jimmy Buckets. He deserved better than Miami. He did. He got them all the way to a finals just for them to collapse. But hey, we getting to the end, and I want to thank everybody for being around today. For anybody that viewed, for anybody that was around, I want to thank y'all. Y'all are allowing me to grow, and growth isn't linear. If I can give any mental health tip today, it's that growth isn't linear. Like me personally, I think growth is a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? No one's perfect. Everyone's gonna rise. They're gonna fall. They're gonna rise again. They're gonna fall. Some people are gonna stay on a downslope, until they learn, until they take accountability. Other people are gonna continue to rise, but there's always that chance of you going over the hump and falling again. That's what growth is. That's what life is. Everything's not always on the straight and narrow. Even this path that I'm taking right now, trying to figure out how to be a good podcast host, trying to figure out how to be compelling, entertaining. This isn't a straight path. I'm hoping it goes up. It could possibly go down, but I'm hoping it goes up. And I appreciate y'all being here on this journey as I try to make something that I'm passionate about of myself. Especially when there are people telling me you shouldn't be hosting every day. Well, I want to get into news. I want to host every day. And that's what I'm going to do until I decide otherwise. But viewers of the scene, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a safe night. And I just think about what I said. Everything that I said. And everybody stay away from them young girls. You know what I'm saying? 2 year gap. 2 year gap should be maybe 3. 5. I can give you 5. 5 is still within the same generation of you. 5 years. Let's do that, man. Let's make a 5 year rule on ourselves. I'm not even gonna speak on women because I'm not a woman. I'm a man. I'm a grown man. 5 year gap. Let's do a 5 year gap on the women we date minimum. I mean maximum. That's it. 5 year gap maximum. Don't date nobody any younger. Stay away from them. They ain't nothing but trouble. Because we ain't got nothing to talk about with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there watching SpongeBob and you over there watching Teletubbies. Like, we not in the same category. Anyways, I'm sorry. I went on a rant. But hey, I love y'all. Y'all have a safe night.